A really important question to ask is, when is the right timing to get an assistant? I know I got this totally wrong the first time I got my assistant, and it ended up costing me about $10,000 in wasted wages. I've got a quick exercise for you which will help you figure out if the time is right for you. I'd like you to take a piece of paper, put a line down the middle. On the left-hand side, I'm going to get you to write down, if you had an extra 10 hours per week, what is it that you would do with that time? Just magically, if you suddenly had 10 more hours per week, what would you do in your business life? And also, what would you do in your personal life? So in your business life, maybe you would develop a new product, or maybe you would write that book you've always wanted to write. Perhaps you would go to new customers or sell your current customers even more. I bet you that there's certain things in your business life that you are just absolutely dying to do, but you just can't get around to. Now in your personal life, what would you do? Would you spend more time with your family? Maybe you would work out some more. Perhaps you would take a vacation. Whatever it is, in this first column, we're looking to get a few points down around what is it that you could do if you had that time. Now, obviously, the other side of the equation, the second side of the page, is just as important, and that's what could you get off of your plate if you just had a great assistant? So maybe things like administration, operations, billing. Now here's a super huge one. Email inbox. Geez, I wish I would have gotten rid of mine months and months earlier. As soon as I did, it's freed up so much of my time, my energy, and even just my psychic headspace. Calendar and scheduling is also a really big one as well. If you can't get clarity on what you could hand off and or what you would move towards if you had more time, then it might be a little bit early for you to get an assistant. We really need to have both sides at least generally sorted out, or else you end up just hiring someone not really with any return on investment. So my second recommendation to you after you've completed that exercise is to really check in with yourself. Do you have a lottery mindset or do you have an investor mindset? So I know I had the lottery mindset in the beginning, which is really this idea that if I just get an assistant, everything's going to be fixed, everything's perfect, kind of like winning the lottery. The truth is that as soon as you get an assistant, or any team member for that matter, you're actually worse off. That's right, you're actually worse off, because now you need to train them and onboard them, and they've got questions for you, and you need to coach them. It just goes on and on. Now the good news is, after the initial kind of time drain and energy drain, your assistant starts to get better and better and better and better. And pretty soon after that, they hit a break-even point where they're taking as much of your time as they're giving you back. And if you stick with the process, then it starts to get very exciting, because now you've got a positive ROI on your time, your energy, and your money. Before you know it, they've hit your original expectation had you won the lottery. And the best of all is, if you continue to stick with the process, they will literally surpass your expectations. The things that Sarah does for me today, after 4 years of working together, close to 5 years now, is truly breathtaking. I know when I travel, Sarah's the one to book the flight, choose the Airbnb. When I walk into the Airbnb, everything that I want is there, including groceries already sitting in the fridge. It is truly miraculous. And that's what's available if you take an investor, long-term mindset into getting an assistant, rather than having this jackpot lottery type approach. So if you've got a little bit of inspiration around getting an assistant, if you can get a sense of where the ROI in your life and in your business lies, and if you can approach the situation with a coaching mindset, you are definitely in a much better place. And I think that that's probably the time to start seriously thinking about getting an assistant.